The scenery is gorgeous, as you can see. I'm in Georgia now, in beautiful village, and I just feel so blessed to be here. Honestly, I feel there is nothing else I need in life. I can just sit here all day long and just be. That's such a beautiful place to be. Of course, I'm always talking about that you can be anywhere. You don't need a beautiful nature around you to be. But oh my God, beautiful nature helps so much to be present, to be alive, to feel this life all around. I don't know if you can hear, but there is a river and you can hear the river. There is like so many birds, so many insects, and so much life happening all the time. Sometimes we just simply forget how to live our own life. We just simply forget that actually we need to live it. I mean, what else to do here? We are stuck here for a while, and the time passes very quickly. Don't worry, it's going to be over soon anyway, so why just not to enjoy the ride? How did we forget that the best things we already have? We don't need to buy this. We don't need to buy this fresh air. We don't need to buy these mountains. We don't need to buy all these birds and all these trees. Like, this is for free, and this is the best stuff to enjoy life. And we all know this, but we just prefer to ignore this. Like, oh, whatever. Yes, it's so good to be in the nature, but I prefer to just hustle in a city 360 days a year and maybe 5 days in nature. But I don't want to say that's like, oh, being in nature, it's the answer, it's the key to happiness, and it's the answer to everlasting satisfaction. And no, not really. I mean, we all know that people live in the villages, they want to get out in the city, they feel it's like too small for them. And I feel there is like such a big difference between people who chose to live in the village consciously. It was their choice. Maybe they moved from the city, or maybe they consciously chose to stay there, or people who just feel stuck in the village, and because maybe lack of finances they cannot go anywhere else. I cannot say those people enjoying the life in nature pretty much. When it's a conscious choice, it's a different kind of thing. I just feel so blessed to be here. I really feel privileged, and it's just so good. Okay, I can talk about how good it is for the next maybe 1 hour, but I want to talk today about my fear, because this is something specifically that I experienced today, this morning, when we went for a trekking with my fiance. Here there is a lot of life happening. There is a lot of dogs, pigs, chickens, all kind of farm animals, and a lot of cows. They are beautiful, gorgeous cows. They're magnificent animals. Honestly, I think cow is one of the coolest animal in the world. It's so calm, so peaceful, and so beautiful. That's what I think with my brain. But somehow when I get like very close to cow, and there's a lots of them, maybe because of the size or maybe because of the horns, my body just crunched, and I feel so much fear. It just freezes me, and I cannot overcome it. Of course I can, but at this very moment I feel like I cannot overcome it. And this has happened specifically today. We were walking, and there's lots of cows past us, but there was like big road, and like we had some distance between them. But we came where the road was very, very narrow, and the cows with big horns, they were very big, like brown, and they were just sitting in the middle of the road, and we needed to go very, very like close to them, and I just froze. There was like so much fear inside of me. At the same time, I felt ashamed of my fear, because I don't believe it's reasonable. My mind knows that the cows are the coolest creature on the planet, and they're amazing. And I look at them and I think how beautiful they are. But my body just fills up with fear instantly when it sees such a big creature. Maybe it's a survival instinct, maybe something else, but I feel ashamed of being afraid of cow, you know. There are people who is chilling with bears and tigers around, and I don't believe any of animals, even wild animals, they have any danger for us. I think because we believe so and we take them as a threat, that's why we kind of have like this separation between animal world and human world. But actually, in my perfect world, animal world and human world, we are all together, and we like riding tigers and horses and like hanging around with bears, and I think like this, but I'm afraid of cow. How ridiculous is this? And we couldn't continue our trekking because I wasn't be able to pass the cow. And I started crying because I just felt ashamed of myself. But God, universe, something, I don't know, like higher good, something is just always there to help me. And it brought some more tourists on the way, and there was like 2 girls also trekking, and they were going our way, and that's it. I just joined them, me and my fiance, we just joined them, and we were just following with them. And I felt a little bit fear, but I was like, I knew I needed to walk. I knew I just need to continue to walking, and I walked it, and fear just disappeared. And next time when we were meeting cows on the way, I didn't feel any fear or any discomfort around them. That's just something that I wanted to share, because I think many of us have this completely irreasonable fear that we know it's completely irreasonable to be afraid of the cockroach. I mean, okay, maybe the cockroaches, they spread some diseases or whatever, but like some people, and me specifically in the past, like screaming when you see the cockroach or some kind of insect that doesn't look nice, on your opinion, maybe spiders. You know with your mind that spiders are brilliant architectures and such a beautiful creatures, but somehow you're afraid of them when you see them. And I just don't understand where is this fear coming from. And it's not like I want to understand, because I don't believe it's helpful. Yeah, maybe it's coming from a survival mode when the spiders were actually poisoning us and we have a reason to be afraid of them. But actually right now we don't like, spider is like this and we are huge creatures. They should be afraid of us, and they probably are. This fear just makes me feel so discomfortable, and I feel such a huge conflict inside of me, because I believe we are all one here. I love every single creature on the planet Earth, and I believe we should live in harmony with nature. But somehow I'm afraid of some insects. At least I was before. Now I feel much more comfortable because I actually work with my fear consciously. And that's what I wanted to talk about. If you're experiencing something like this, don't block yourself. It's like, yeah, I'm afraid of spiders. I just can't deal with this. I just can't deal with them. No, just breathe, okay? You can deal with this. You can deal with the cow, you can deal with the spider, and maybe you can even deal with the tiger or bear in the woods. Who knows? This is where your real presence required. For example, what I use for myself, I believe everywhere I just see God. God is just like everywhere, and all this like love and higher good, and it's just everywhere. And when I see something that's unpleasant to me, like a cockroach in my apartment a couple weeks ago, I look at this cockroach and I say, I see God in you. Yeah, maybe my body, my ego feel a little bit disgusted and uncomfortable, but I continue just sticking to this message. You are part of me. You are part of everything. We are all here together. I tell this cockroach, to myself, not to cockroach, that I see God. And after I take my slipper and just kill the cockroach, and I say, it's all right. I'm sorry, dude. This is just how it's supposed to be. Life continuing. It's not like I killed him. He's a part of life. I'm a part of life, and we just live in our experience like this. Probably this cockroach will reborn in something else, like, or maybe I will reborn in a cockroach in a next time. Well, I perceive that God is experiencing and living these realities through many different ways, through human beings, through cows, through cockroach, through so many things, and I'm part of God, so I also somehow have connection to this cockroach, cow, or tiger. So I'm imagining if I would be that cockroach on the floor, like, and I'm looking at this like big human being, or if I would be this cow enjoying my grass in these beautiful mountains, and this just like stupid human being just looking at me like this, you know. And it helps me to work with this unconscious fear that I have sometimes around these beautiful, magnificent creatures. Maybe some of you also have this like reasonable fears. If you do, please share with me like what kind of ridiculous fear you have. and the most important thing, how you work with this to overcome it. Actually, that would be very helpful for me, especially because I'm staying here for another month. Oh my god, I feel so blessed to be here. Honestly, it's the most beautiful place I've ever been. Even I've been in a lot of beautiful places, but this is just above, like beyond. It's just like love and God and just everything, and life itself exhilarating here. It's magical. I feel like I'm always high. I don't even drink wine here. Even maybe I should, because the wine is here very nice, but I don't feel like I want to drink anything. I'm just constantly high here. Please share your experience around unconscious fear that you're experiencing in your life. And I want to thank you for your PayPal donations. It's helping me so much. And oh my god, I love you so much. You're beautiful human beings. I cannot believe, like, these people who is coming to this channel and leaving these comments. I don't have time to reply all of them because recently the channel got a little bit more attention, but I'm just shocked how beautiful you are, like how wise you are, and I'm learning so much just by reading your comments. Thank you so much for sharing it, for me, for others. And it is so much. I feel so honored that I attract such a beautiful souls to this channel. And yeah, I love you all. I love you. Thank you.